Well, good morning, class. This YouTube posting has to do with the Bernard Madoff case, which I had hoped we would cover in class on February 11. So let's do it online. This is one of the most interesting cases that I think we could bring to class and discuss under the general heading of business ethics. Barney Madoff is arguably the biggest crook in United States history. He ran a Ponzi scheme for over 10 years that built some of the most sophisticated, smartest, wisest money management fund managers and investors in foundations that included a number of major universities, some in Oklahoma. But over the years, over a period of 10 years, he built people out of $50 billion using a Ponzi scheme. Some people say $60 billion. Much of that money is still tied up in court and has not been available for any kind of restitution back to the people who were victimized. So here's my effort to lead the class in a good discussion of this online, and here's what I want you to do. I'm going to move the camera over slightly so that we can get this on screen. On course information, I have posted for you 4 separate articles. They are all together on course information, but there are 4 different articles. The one that is primary is the one that is done by the professors from the Wharton Business School, University of Pennsylvania. And this is the one that I want you to read if you're not able to read any of the others. This is an attempt by 2 professors to understand how something like the Madoff scheme could be pulled off over such a protracted period of time and go undetected by the regulators, federal regulators, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and other institutions that are in place to guard us from such abuse. The article is in interview form, and I want you to read it carefully and identify what influences were at work according to the professors in the Barney Madoff case. I want you to itemize those, and I want you to reflect and comment on them, each of them. Produce a paragraph, make a Word document, save that document, and post it to the place that is provided for you in this week 6 contingency folder. And then we're going to discuss yours in class. But read the article and look for the influences. It will amaze you. No, it won't. Some of them you will recognize and say, I knew that. One of the biggest pieces of information that ever came out on the Bernie Madoff case was done in the Wall Street Journal. And this is where they kind of broke the case. If you look around the photograph of Madoff, you see the major players in the case, which included his wife, included 2 of his sons. The day after this article came out in the Wall Street Journal, the youngest son that you see, I believe on, it will be the right-hand side middle photograph. This son, Andrew, committed suicide the day after the article came out in the Wall Street Journal. So Madoff has had to deal not only with his own conscience, but he's also had to deal with some tremendous grief in his own family. Also posted for you, and this is just for your information if you want to pursue it. I hope you will. There's an article by Bernard Madoff's wife where she, of course, is proclaiming, I knew absolutely nothing and am therefore innocent. Here's the article that I mentioned about Bernie Madoff's son committing suicide. Very tragic thing. I have kept up with these developments pretty closely for the last several years, and there is an article posted for you where Madoff's brother, Peter, has now pleaded guilty. Actually, it's plea bargaining. The one article that I hope you will read beyond the one assigned you is this one written by Madoff's biographer. Madoff is not talking to the public very much, but the biographer of the book featuring Madoff is sort of a pen pal. Sounds kind of twisted, doesn't it? of Bernard Madoff, and through an exchange of emails, the biographer has written a really insightful article that gets you into the inner workings of Madoff's mind. It's called Letters from a Sociopath. This is a dandy. The one I hope you will peruse is the big one that came out in Fortune magazine, and it's called How Bernie Did It. What I have done is produce PDFs of all of these articles and post them for you on Course Information. So just in recapping summary, the one article that I want you to read primarily is the one about trust taking another blow. Produce a paragraph, Word document, and identify in that paragraph what are the influences the professors call attention to. I want you to share your insights about each of those 5. Maybe on some of them, maybe all of them, you can recount a personal experience that you have seen in your own situation, or people in your family maybe who've done some investing, who've done some of the very same things that the sophisticated investors fell into. This is a good exercise. I hope you'll give it your serious attention and identify the articles on Course Information. They are listed for you as one group. Thank you and have a good day.